What is organizational behavior? Organizational behavior is the study of human behavior, attitudes, and performance in organizations. Provides value-added knowledge for individuals and teams at all managerial levels. It is the human resource that makes a company. Take a look at Robert Katz's model of the required management skills. You will notice that on the bottom right-hand corner is the lower management skills required, where the emphasis is more on the technical skills. As we move to the center, which is middle management, the importance of human skills are even more profound. And when we move to top management on the left-hand side of the screen, you will see that while the conceptual skills are very important, the human skills continue to be also very, very important in the success of the executive and the effectiveness that he displays. So why organizational behavior? We are in an era that values entrepreneurship, horizontal structures, knowledge management, virtual organizations, work-life balance, and more. The human factor has the coping skills to manage the forces of continuous change, which are dominant and persistent. What is an organization? Essentially, it is a consciously coordinated social unit composed of two or more people that functions on a relatively continuous basis to achieve a common goal. Well, what is behavior? It is the response of the system or organism to various stimuli or inputs, whether they are external or internal, conscious or subconscious, overt or covert, voluntary or involuntary. The various types of behaviors, there is cognitive, which is our thoughts, beliefs, and ideas about everything. Affective, which is our feelings or emotions that something evokes. Cognitive or behavioral, the tendency or disposition to act in certain ways towards something. So organizational behavior is a field of study that investigates the impact that individuals, groups, and structures have on the behavior within organizations for the purpose of applying such knowledge towards improving the organization's effectiveness. Let's take a quick look at the history of organizational behavior. Let's start with the scientific management. The Industrial Revolution that started with the development of steam power and the creation of large factories in the 18th century led to great changes in the production of textiles and other products. Frederick Taylor was one of the first to attempt to systematically analyze human behavior at work. Then came the Hawthorne studies, which took place in the Western Electric plant in Hawthorne. These studies, conducted in the 1920s, started as a straightforward attempt to determine the relationship between work environment and productivity. The results of the research led researchers to feel that they were dealing with socio-psychological factors that were not explained by the classical theory, which stressed the formal organization and formal leadership. The importance of organizational behavior. OB focuses on improving productivity, reducing absenteeism and turnover, and increasing employee job satisfaction and organizational commitment. OB uses systematic study to improve predictions of behavior. By focus on theories and models of human behavior does not suggest that placed in similar situation, all people will react alike. Individual differences certainly plays a role in behavior. However, there are certain fundamental consistencies underlying the behavior of all individuals that can be identified and then modified to reflect individual differences. It is important to understand these consistencies because they allow predictability. The field of organizational behavior traces its roots back to the late 1940s, when researchers in psychology, sociology, political science, and other social sciences like anthropology joined together in an effort to develop a comprehensive body of organizational research. What are the challenges and opportunities for OB? Responding to globalization, managing workforce diversity, improving quality and productivity, responding to the labor shortage, and improving customer service. Of course, improving people skills, empowering people, coping with temporariness, stimulation, innovation and change, helping employees balance work and life conflicts, and improving ethical behavior. This video series on organizational behavior will cover the individual, foundations of individual behavior, attitudes and job satisfaction, personality and values, perception and individual decision making, motivation from concepts to applications, and emotions and moods. We will then look at groups, foundations of group behavior, understanding work teams, communication, basic and contemporary approaches to leadership, power and politics, conflict and negotiation. Then the organization system, which is the structure and the organizational culture. And finally, the organizational dynamics, which is that of organizational change and stress management, and perhaps even much more. Here are some reference books which will allow you to gain a lot of in-depth understanding about the subject. Thank you.